Hello and welcome back to Cuphead. This is Strawman Gaming. I'm your Strawman. It turns out this is the last recording this is the last recording of today's session. I'm not away for as long as I thought I was, so the pressure's off. I'm like, oh, I've got another another 3 to record today. But as it turns out, I do not. I just have this one, so I can relax and enjoy it. Kill this guy on the first or second try. Here come the cats. Cats are good. There goes the skull. Not an optimum start. I've had a short break of a few minutes, maybe 10 minutes in the other room, so obviously all my muscle memory has completely gone to pot. Are these faces meant to be, are they, oh, cocks. Are they his face? I'm just gonna go ahead and retry. Again with the brain. Paging content. None found. Make noises? I mean, you know, some of the biggest YouTubers in the world. Oh my goodness. Got famous on just making noises. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, you know, PewDiePie's the absolute biggest. I know the polls are coming for him, but he's the biggest, and his whole thing was that. And, you know, I always think people watching YouTube videos, so I'm kind of darting about points here, there's no investment in time. Like I always say, you know, back in the day you used to hire a movie at Blockbuster or whatever your regional variant was, and you've invested money, so even if that movie sucks, you're gonna watch it. Whereas YouTube videos, if something annoys you, even a little bit, just turn it off. And YouTube had that whole, like intro thing, and that like, wow, that's really annoying. And you've got 60 million subscribers, like, if I tried something like that, like my view of attention, which, you know, isn't, you know, it's not industry leading or anything, but it's relatively good in terms of how long people watch it for. If all my videos started with a really annoying sound, that would drop to like 3%. But it worked for him, you know, good for him. He's made a lot of money on it. And, you know, I genuinely think he works hard. His content's not for me, but you know, that's not how these things are decided. People. Okay, so it moves similar to the head in the Sweet World does. Balls. So it moves towards you. That's a dangerous territory to go down to. Talking about other YouTubers and what you do differently. Especially with PewDiePie, like, oh, if I was him, I'd be doing this differently. I'm like, yeah, and then you wouldn't have 60 million subscribers. 50? No, he hit 60 recently, because I remember they were going to have to add another tier of reward, which I think was the Ruby play button? Because he got the diamond. And I think they added another one. I think that was for 60. Yeah, so for me, with my, what, at this point, 25, 26 subscribers, to be like, here's what you need to do to make your videos better, is just, like, stupid. But that was my 2 cents. And it just surprises me that with that kind of annoying gimmick, people... There's a bum! I never noticed the rotating bum. There's just people stuck with it. You know, I kind of thought that would disqualify you quite quickly. Maybe I just don't understand the internet, because there's a lot of quite annoying people making quite a lot of money. I mean, I mentioned the polls already. I mean, at this point, mentioning the polls and criticizing them is just kind of par for the course to get clicks. You know, so I can't be bothered. Plenty of people have talked about them, and you know, I'm not interested in beef. You know, they're doing something, and they're being very successful and getting a lot of views. So, you know, good luck to them. It's not for me, but you know, I'm not the morality police or the content police. You know, I'm not iDubbbz TV. I'm not iDubbbz TV. I wonder if iDubbbz will do a content cop on Logan Paul, because he baited us suggesting he was going to do one on Jake Paul, but turned out to be on Rice Gum. But that was kind of, Logan existed in this space of being like the older, wiser Paul brother, and then we had this whole Japanese suicide forest thing, and people were like, oh, maybe that's not the case. So maybe that'll put him on iDubbbz's radar and he'll get a content cop made. Content cops are interesting because they don't really hurt anyone's career, and kind of everyone benefits. You know, so the most recent one was RiceGum, who, if you don't know, is I guess he's primarily a rapper on YouTube, but he streams on, I assume, Twitch or maybe YouTube Gaming. And he does a lot of vlogging. So he got a content cop calling him out for like stuff he'd said previously, and just kind of, you know, iDubbbz is very critical of people for making like boring or rubbish or low effort content. So having, you know, videos kind of have to be a minimum of 10 minutes to be monetized properly. So having 2 minutes of content and then, you know, 8 minutes of filler is an example of something I remember him pulling iDubbbz on. Not iDubbbz, RiceGum up on. And there was a lot of beef, you know. RiceGum made several diss tracks. He made a response video, and I think response videos again from the diss tracks, and iDubbbz made a response video to that called Content Deputy. And both of them gained like hundreds of thousands of extra subscribers and millions of views. So even though iDubbbz, who does not mince words and will say some very, very harsh things, and the one that comes to mind is he did a content cop on Keemstar. At the end of it, he said, "I've never said this before, unironically, but kill yourself." I'm like, okay, so, you know, it's not... iDubbbz doesn't play nice with others, necessarily. Well, he does with his friends, because he's got, like, Max Mofo and all those guys in Australia that they make really weird content with. What's my point? Where was I going with this? Talking about iDubbbz content cop. Oh yeah, I wonder if they do Logan Paul. Certainly big enough. It'd certainly, I think, benefit both of them sufficiently well. Although I don't necessarily know if iDubbbz does it for the views, because he got in that feud with that... I can't remember her name. That woman? And I say that woman because he's only done a content cop on one woman, so that's not me being like, that bloody woman. It's just like the female recipient of a content cop that I can't remember the name of. And that was kind of almost born of spite, because she said some pretty like unpleasant things about iDubbbz, and don't get me wrong, iDubbbz doesn't need anyone to stand up for him. He's perfectly happy to get his hands dirty in that respect. But that was kind of around the use of... I mean, iDubbbz is quite prodigious in his use of racial slurs. I was going to say it's not a racial slur, but it is. But it's not used in a racial sense. So yeah, and that caused... She took great exception to that, and it kind of became a beef, and then he went to like a meetup with her. And yeah, it was a whole big thing. But I don't think that content cop got him a lot of views. I don't think it really hurt her, so I think that was just kind of I guess a passion project would be the wrong word. It'd be like, I guess passion project, but the primary emotion is a negative one. I don't want to say dispassion project, because it is still, you know, something you're highly motivated towards, but perhaps passion's the wrong word. Or perhaps passion in its, chat the bed there, in its classical sense, meaning, you know, suffering would be close to the truth. So I don't know. I don't know if iDubbbz will do a content cop on Logan Paul. Probably not, because he already has a video called Content Cop Jake Paul, which is about RiceGum, so it might be seen as flogging a dead horse at this point. And it's a bit, you know, on the nose. By the time he did, well... his Keemstar video was one of the first of the kind of... because Keemstar runs, or owns, it's kind of unclear. What's it called? Drama Alert, a very successful YouTube series documenting all drama that happens on YouTube. You know, between creators on the network and out in their personal lives. And he was very, very successful, and he also does streaming and stuff. But he kind of annoyed a lot of people, but faced relatively... okay, so that definitely does hurt me. Relatively little backlash before iDubbbz's content cop, and then suddenly the internet was like, oh, we can criticize Keemstar, and then he got a lot of flack. And again, I'm not interested in, you know, does Keemstar deserve criticism? Because what he does, he's a great success at drama that's hugely successful. And a lot of people enjoy his content, so whatever he's doing is working. And I'm not interested in beef, so I'm like, he's doing a thing, it's working for him, so good luck to him. There are people that would see to police YouTube, I'm not among their numbers at all. But yeah, so it's interesting to see what will become of that. So I feel like I've done everything. Oh, that shitting dragon. That's notorious, that level. So am I just being extremely thick? What a risky episode, talking about idols, talking about Keemstar, talking about Jake and Logan Paul, talking about PewDiePie. You know, if anyone was ever going to watch it. I mean, I haven't been critical of any of those people. I'm just kind of documenting. Did I say it wrong again? Kind of covering what happened. They all teach their controversy. That's not my point. My point is, you know, these things happened, and this is kind of stuff that's gone on, rather than, you know, I'm not saying I hate these people or love these people. I'm just kind of this. I don't want to call it news reporting because I definitely have a certain bias. Oh, there's a thing. So we've got a run and gun. Well, hey there, fellas. Come to watch my little show, have you? I'll say juggling is a bit like parrying. Tough at first, but soon you can string them together swimmingly. I can juggle. A little known fact. By you. Everybody that knows me knows I can juggle. But you might not have. I can juggle... I can even juggle clubs. You know, that's some top tier juggling. You're up. Oh, this is going to reverse gravity, isn't it? Yep, okay. What the f... How do I avoid that? I honestly don't know how I'm supposed to avoid that. How do I avoid the duck? And begin. Do I have to switch at just the right time? Am I losing my mind? This is a weird gun. I'm not exactly sold on it. I thought it might look a bit more kind of grand than this. Okay, this is a nightmare. It's on. I'm gonna exit to map. Yeah, that's not right. That one. We just want one coin to buy charge shot, essentially. And begin. I don't get it. Did you jump through the neck? Is that what it wants me to do? I have a gun. I have a gun, you shoot things. Oh my, so stupid. But I destroyed it previously. Why did it not get destroyed this time? Do I shoot its head? Yes. It appears so. Okay, definitely have to hit the head. I assume this is doing damage. That'd be extremely annoying if it wasn't. Oh, I have to hit the eye. I understand. Would have been extremely annoying with the lobber. It might actually have been impossible with the lobber. Do I have to go into your gaping maw? There. Horrifying. Horrifying. I completely just zoned out there.
Now go.
Of course, these don't count as parries. That one would, but I decided I knew better than to parry it. Train wreck. Yep. So when you kind of, it takes a little while for gravity to switch. So when you're in that transitory phase, it doesn't seem like you take damage. So the roof definitely feels like the easier path here. With all these rockets coming along it, certainly. Oh, that thing stays around and hurts me, does it? So I don't understand the telegraph there? Does it just always go low? I don't know. But I feel like I'm making progress. I still think that first bloody run and gun is just ludicrously hard compared to everything that follows. Okay. I probably didn't need to switch sides, but here we are. Yeah, not the first one, the second one. With the wasps. And I'm not alone. Like, I've spoken to my friends that have played this, and they've had trouble with that one as well. I want to be on the roof. That was much easier. Oh yes, I haven't got smoke dash, so I can't just dash through anything I don't want to deal with anymore. To play it properly. Well, semi-properly. Can't go overboard. There. Horrible little thing. Why was I so mind-flooded? Jumpy, jumpy, jumpy. Dead duck. Oh, I didn't get the parry. What am I doing? Give me the coin. Thank you. I wondered if you could kill it before it instances in, but then it probably can't take damage before that point. Yeah. Some weak sauce parrying. I wonder what the implication was about that guy saying you do 4 parries together. Do you think that gives you a full meter? Do you think that was his point? do want smoke dash back, but I'm enjoying this extra bit of health. Yep. Okay. I was trapped. I trapped myself, but I think he's probably... Oh no. Quite a lot to go.
Here goes.
Shoot the duck in the face. Parry the pink one. Switch. Coin. Shoot duck in the face. Ah. I think the pink ones are weaker to make them harder to parry. Because they'll be dead by the time you get a chance. Why would I switch here? Here we go. Switch back. Are these... I would maintain I didn't do that, but... the footage is there for you to confirm or deny my claim. And you'd be a fool to not deny it. Okay, I just hate myself. I am not worthy to win or succeed. Come on. Yes. We're going backwards. I mean, we're literally going forwards, but we're making more stupid mistakes. Maybe 3 episodes is like your daily limit of this. After that, your brain is just like, nah, we're not doing this anymore. And then you have to handle being upside down. And what that means. It's good that this guy doesn't put out trucks. I miss my smoke dash. Like if I'm taking 1 hit per level, I'm getting so confused. Because I don't have smoke dash, then I'm better off without smoke dash. With smoke dash. You see, my brain is decaying. It is just naught but rot. Give me B rocket. Okay, I'm gonna quit out and I'm gonna get rid of this extra bit of health. Because I feel the smoke dash is too valuable. Press Y instead. Okay. I had forgotten I had that equipped, but I never got to full. I never got to full super meter, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Here goes.
Less health, but more damage. Marginally more damage, but I can say my lovely smoke dash again. Shoot him! So for the first time ever, we arrive here upside down. It's quite confusing because my thumb is holding X and periodically bending and pressing A. Because I'm a scrub, I'm not doing the proper like claw method. So that's why my fingers get confused so easily. Okay. Be better than that. Yep. Why jump into that? Ah, these jacks. Can I shoot them? Have I just been resisting shooting them? So something in my brain is telling me that they can't be killed. Something in my brain has been telling me that they can't be killed. But I don't know why. We had this problem before where I couldn't figure out how to deal with an enemy. The ducks! It was on this level! I thought, oh, these ducks are really hard. I forgot how to jump there. I was holding down. Oh my goodness, my brain is completely fried. Ugh, stupid lips. Again, I pressed jump there because I wanted to dash. Being upside down shouldn't make this much of a difference, but it is having a fairly significant impact. See, okay, we confirmed there you can shoot them. Like, just give me a minute to, like, wiggle my fingers and get out whatever toxins have built up that are making me do such stupid things. Okay, let's try again. Jumpy, jumpy, shooty. Switchy, jumpy, shooty again. Cut that a little close, but we only have to deal with 2 waves of cars then. I do like the invincibility after parrying the thing. The very mild invincibility after parrying the thing, apparently. What's funny is I'm doing this to unlock Charge Shot, which will make doing this easier. That's the level of futility that we're operating at here. Oh, I quit to menu by mistake. We'll try the dragon boss. I almost certainly won't kill it today. Here you get to see the introduction. 48%, apparently we're halfway through. I find that hard to believe, because there's only 3 worlds, and this is the last boss you need to do in this world. Grim Matchstick and Fire Frolic.
This match will get red hot.
Okay. So, platforming on the fly. Yep. Yep. I didn't realize his tail came into play. Was that telegraphed? Oh my goodness.
Good day for a swell battle.
Having 3 HP again is not my favorite thing. Oh, it is telegraphed. Oh my goodness. Wow. If you're in the process of writing a dictionary, or thinking of starting writing a dictionary, and you're wondering about how to, like, maybe a visual dictionary. I'm sure there's a name for that. Maybe an encyclopedia? I don't know. But if you wanted an entry for Mind Flood, I think I'm doing a pretty bang-up representation of what that looks like. Because I am tilted off the face of the earth. I know his last stage is... oh my goodness, I think his hardest one? And we're not even in his last stage, we're in his penultimate stage. I got used to not having smoke dash again. So I think it benefits you to stay... to get low. I wish I could remember who sang that song, because I would have a really dank reference there. Kids are still saying dank, aren't they? As like a positive thing, it's not just, you know, a quality of low-income housing. The beams! Okay. So is this just a case of surviving this? No, apparently he has to take damage still. Oh, that does damage, does it? Of course it does. How do I do reliable damage to this? Because you always have to be like on the lookout for those the jumping flames. Where's the fire going? God. The platform, I know this is obvious, but the platforming makes this so much harder. Like if this was a flying boss, it would probably be medium difficulty. But the fact it's not a flying boss, and I'm in the sky, the most deserving of all bosses to be a flying boss. Truthfully, I'm not, because that's so little damage. Am I missing something? Do you think I can shoot his tongue? Can I just shoot straight down?
Here's a real high-class bout. You're up.
I mean, his tongue's part of him. So it would seem, on a purely anatomical basis, so that would be sound reasoning. But I am presently standing on a cloud fighting a dragon, so perhaps the rules of anatomy as I know them don't really matter anymore. And it is a dragon. He's got four legs and wings, therefore he's a dragon. And breathes fire. So I guess all we're doing here is figuring out if you can just shoot his tongue. No. So I guess they want you to jump onto these low ones? And live extremely dangerously. Okay. Oh, you bitch. So I seem to jump at where you are. One last try. Oh, it's not on the final stage. I can, I've used this phrase before, and perhaps I'm using it wrongly or excessively, but I feel like I can see the board here. I can see, now that I know they want you to stay low and they jump at where you are rather than randomly, I feel like I understand how they can expect you to make progress on this level. That was greed. But I stand by it. Oh, that first one hurts you, apparently. Okay, that's the end of the episode. I'm not doing it anymore, I've had enough. If you like the episode, hit that like button, leave a comment down below saying what you liked about it. If you didn't like the episode, hit that dislike button, leave a comment down below saying what you didn't like about it. I make new content every single day, so if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. It's been Strawman Gaming. I've been your Strawman. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm Mr. King Dice. I'm the gamest in the land. I never play nice. I'm the devil's right-hand man. I can't let you pass, 'cause you ain't done everything.